Okay, so let's unpack this because the landscape of personal technology,
Yeah.
it might be looking at a pretty big shakeup.
Yeah, definitely feels that way.
We're doing a deep dive today into this news about OpenAI, the ChatGPT folks. They're looking at making their own hardware now.
And what's really striking right off the bat is just the sheer scale of the ambition here.
Right.
I mean, this is a company that's already changed how we get information, and now they want to change the actual tools we use day to day.
Exactly. And our mission here, using this really interesting YouTube video transcript as our source, is to figure out what this actually means.
Mm.
Are we like seeing the beginning of the end for the iPhone's total dominance? Or something close to it?
That really is the core question, isn't it? Because the iPhone, it wasn't just a product, it defined an era.
Totally.
So yeah, any serious challenge, you've got to look at it very closely.
Absolutely. So the source we have is this video. iPhone ChatGPT Jony Ive, OpenAI. It's from the G2.
Okay.
It's in Chinese, yeah, but the main points are pretty clear. And you've got these key players. OpenAI, obviously. Then Jony Ive, legendary designer.
The Apple legend.
And Sam Altman, OpenAI's CEO.
And for anyone maybe needing a quick refresh on Jony Ive, I mean, this isn't just any designer.
No kidding.
He was at Apple for, 27 years and worked incredibly closely with Steve Jobs.
Right, the dream team.
They basically created the iPhone look and feel, the iPad, the iPod. These things fundamentally changed daily life, established this whole design legacy.
Yeah, they weren't just gadgets. They became like extensions of us. So the big news now, OpenAI has partnered with Jony Ive.
And not just partnered, they've actually acquired his AI hardware company, IO.
Which is pretty new, right? Founded just last year.
Exactly. And their stated goal, is to create a family of AI products, plural, so multiple devices.
Okay, a family of products. Interesting. And the why behind this. Sam Altman apparently said in the video that phones are very troublesome for AI.
Yeah. Troublesome. It's an interesting word choice. This point seems to be the whole process, taking it out, unlocking it. It's clunky. It gets in the way of a smooth AI experience.
Okay. So it's all about removing that friction, making it easier.
That seems to be the idea. OpenAI wants AI interaction that's completely painless, not tied to a phone screen, maybe not even a screen at all.
Wow. That's a pretty radical departure from how things are now.
It really is. And the video gets into some speculation about what these things might actually look like.
What? Well, the commentator talks about maybe close-fitting devices, things you wear, perhaps headphones, maybe glasses, something with a totally new kind of user experience.
Wearables make sense, like
Yeah.
AI that just helps you out without you having to constantly fiddle with a device.
Exactly. More integrated.
Yeah.
Less demanding of your direct attention all the time. And here's where it gets really interesting, right? Altman apparently said he's used a prototype.
Yeah. He described it as super amazing, which hints this isn't just, a concept on a whiteboard.
Right. It suggests something might be kind of close to being ready. Maybe mass production isn't that far off.
That's the implication anyway. And that naturally leads to the huge question the video asks. Could this actually threaten the iPhone?
The suddenly kill the iPhone question. Yeah, it sounds dramatic.
It does sound dramatic, but when you put all these pieces together, OpenAI's AI clout, Jony Ive's design genius, this focus on seamless interaction, you have to wonder.
You do. It feels like something significant could be brewing, a potential shift.
Definitely. And the video points out this wasn't like a sudden thing. Altman and Ive apparently met back in 2023.
Okay, so they've been talking for a while.
Yeah. Found they had this shared vision for AI hardware, so the groundwork's been laid for some time.
And wasn't there something about manufacturing, too? Altman meeting with Terry Gu?
Yes, also in 2023, Terry Gu from Foxconn. That strongly suggests they were thinking about how to build these things at scale early on.
Right, lining up the partners. Makes sense. Okay, so back to IO, the company they bought. The video says it was specifically set up to build AI hardware, but the team, that's what's really striking.
Oh, absolutely. The talent they pulled in is top tier. We're talking former senior people from Apple.
Like who?
The video names. Evans Hankey, who is an iPhone design director. Tang Tan led Apple Watch design. Scott Cannon, hardware engineering expert.
Wow. Okay, so that's not just buying a startup. That's like deliberately targeting Apple's brain trust.
It certainly looks that way. It signals a very, very serious level of ambition. They're not messing around.
It really does feel like they're assembling, I don't know, a dream team specifically to challenge Apple on its home turf.
Yeah. And it brings up that parallel the video mentions. Remember what phones were like before the iPhone?
Oh, yeah. Clunky, complicated.
Almost unimaginable compared to now. The iPhone completely disrupted things. And the point the commentator makes is, just like we couldn't really picture the iPhone's impact beforehand, it's hard for us now to picture exactly what OpenAI is building.
Because the video doesn't give much away, detail-wise.
Precisely. Which kind of leads to thinking about the video itself. The commentator sort of suggests it's maybe more about brand building.
Like promoting Altman and OpenAI as the next big innovators rather than a product launch.
Yeah, setting a narrative. And a big part of that narrative, according to the video, seems to be this relationship between Ive and Altman.
Right. The video apparently emphasizes their connection, their shared vision.
Meeting families, all that. There's even mention of some ambiguous photo online. The interpretation offered is that Altman's positioning himself almost like
next Steve Jobs?
Kind of, yeah. With OpenAI carrying that innovative hardware torch forward, with Ive as his design partner.
Crafting that story, that connection. The commentator even joked about checking Ive's marital status.
Which is totally relevant, of course.
Right. But it just shows how much the video seems to focus on selling that Altman-Ive partnership itself.
It's part of the package, part of the hype. So while there's this grand vision maybe replacing the phone eventually, the near-term guesses are a bit more grounded.
What are they thinking for the first product, then?
Well, the commentators in the video discussions speculate it might not be a direct phone killer right away.
Okay, so maybe.
It'll be something auxiliary, like those advanced headphones or glasses we mentioned, something that maybe still connects to your phone initially.
Okay, like a stepping stone.
Potentially.
Right.
Gradually eating away at the phone's dominance, rather than a sudden replacement. But they stress, these are just guesses based on the available info.
Right. Informed speculation.
Exactly. And that brings up the final point the video raises. What about Apple?
Right. WWDC is coming up. How do they respond to this? OpenAI, Ive, all this buzz.
It definitely puts some pressure on them, you'd think, or at least raises the stakes.
Okay, so let's try and sum up this deep dive. We've got OpenAI powered up with Jony Ive's design expertise, making a serious play for hardware.
Yep. The goal seems to be AI devices that are way more intuitive, more painless than using our phones for AI now.
And they've built this team with serious Apple DNA, led by Sam Altman's vision. It feels like it could genuinely shake things up for the smartphone, especially the iPhone, down the line.
What's really fascinating, I think, isn't just new gadgets. It's the potential change in how we interact with tech itself.
Moving beyond the screen.
Yeah, having AI just woven into our lives more seamlessly. That's a pretty fundamental shift being proposed.
It absolutely is. Which leads us perfectly to our final thought for you, the listener. Think about how profoundly the iPhone changed, well, everything, our habits, how we connect, work, play. So if OpenAI and Jony Ive actually pull off this vision of a post-smartphone world, what fundamental shifts might that bring? How could these new AI devices change our behavior, our interaction with technology day to day?
It's a big question. Definitely something to chew on.